Okay, now fasten your seatbelts because we are about to showcase one of the hottest international condo resorts in the world. At CondoOutlet.com, we never stop scouring the globe for the most amazing, most desirable, and best value condo investments. Maybe you can't be jet-setting around the world to shop for condos all the time, but we can and do. And our research team found an unrivaled condo resort called Hacienda Metapalo. We have Sandro Sachs in the studio coming up right now from Costa Rica Estates to speak more about this fabulous buyer's opportunity. Welcome, Sandro. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm extremely excited to be here and talk about the project.
Absolutely. Costa Rica is one of my favorite places to go. I love it.
Mine too. I actually love it so much. With Costa Rica, you have the beautiful climate, first and foremost, which is 266 days of pure sunshine. You have the rainforest in your backyard, and you have all this biodiversity. Costa Rica is the most biodiverse country in the world.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
So you can be sitting on your patio and have a titi monkey come down and say hello, or you can be wandering around the rainforest and you'll see a tree frog, just gorgeous, sitting there.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. The list is endless.
It is.
And you have the Pacific Ocean right there. So if you like to scuba dive, you have beautiful fish. The schools of fish will swim by you. If you like to surf, there's gorgeous beaches with amazing waves to really catch a break. You have, access to zip lining, bird watching, rainforest tours. You really do have it all. And that's the thing. In Costa Rica, you can choose as much activity as you want because it's really endless the amounts of things that you can do.
So, as a typical North American, Florida is a very popular destination for retirees and snowbirds. How would you say that Costa Rica is different from Florida?
I've been to Florida many of times.
Me too.
And, sometimes I go down to Florida looking for some great weather.
Yeah.
It's not always great weather when you want it to be.
No.
And that's the first thing that sets it apart is the weather. When you go down to Costa Rica and you're looking for nice weather, you get nice weather.
You
and
can
that's
rely
the beauty.
on it.
You can rely on it.
You're not going to be golfing in your snow pants.
Exactly. Especially, for people who only get a certain amount of time off work or a few months, they want a guaranteed weather.
Yeah.
And, it makes accessibility and a lot of things easier when the weather is nice. So that's number one. Number two, Florida does get a lot of hurricanes. And, that's a problem when you want to invest in a place,
Exactly.
or you want to rent it out. Hurricane season is not a great time to rent out a property. So with Costa Rica, you don't have that problem. There's no hurricanes. And you really also have the ability to go down there whenever you want and not fear that your property is going to be blown away by some natural disaster.
And it's also one of the most peaceful countries we were just discussing.
So Costa Rica, actually, in 1949, they abolished their army. And they said, we want to invest in social programs like hospitals, education. So it's created an environment where the population has a 95% literacy rate.
Wow.
Practically the same as Canada.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
hospital system is as good as Canada. So you get all these benefits of the social system of the country while being able to go there, and it's a much lower cost of living.
Yeah, so you're in this fabulous paradise of tropical, everything that you could possibly want.
Yeah.
And it's also very safe.
It's a great place, especially to retire. And that's our mainstay is actually of retirees investing in Costa Rica, being excited to retire to a place where there's still so much to do. It's really for an active retiree if they want to be. I had one retiree tell me that they really wanted to invest in Costa Rica because they wanted a place that their grandchildren would want to come visit. Costa Rica, there's the zip lining, the surfing. There's a lot for younger, exciting.
Yeah.
And I think you really see it in the media today, and the reputation Costa Rica has grown to get. And that's because there's so many exciting activities. It's such a friendly place. It's such a safe place.
Yeah, it's so exotic and it's so delightful. The people are so warm and friendly.
And I think the key thing to take away is that it's livable. Yeah. It's a beautiful, livable place. Costa Ricans actually have one of the longest life expectancies in the world, and they're year after year rated one of the top happiest people in the world. So they must be doing something right in Costa Rica, and I think Canadians are finding that out the more and more they travel down there. And I really would extend to anyone to take a look at Costa Rica, maybe go there for a vacation or talk to someone who's been there, because I'd say 99.9% of the people who've been to Costa Rica will have great things to say about it and have probably been there multiple times.
What about the legalities and the laws of all of this? Can Canadians own real estate in Costa Rica?
That is actually a really good question, because whenever investing in a foreign country, you want to know what your legal rights are.
Yeah.
And the best part about Costa Rica is you have the same rights as a Costa Rican. The fact that you can buy a property, pass it down to your children and your grandchildren without worry really makes it a comfort level in investing in a country like that. And Costa Rica has been really investment friendly to foreigners. And if you're lucky enough to own a property in Costa Rica, the property tax is 1/10 of what it is in Florida. So you're looking at property taxes of 0.25%, which is unheard of here, and you get all the amenities that you would actually have in a North American country.
Yeah.
So it's a great spot.
I'm very curious about Hacienda Metapalo.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what are the amenities? What can we look forward to once we get there?
At Costa Rica Estates, we couldn't be happier to have such a great project. It's
Yeah,
actually
it's
one of the largest new
beautiful.
projects in Costa Rica. And it's located on the central coast, overlooking the Pacific Ocean, which is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a gated community, and what's so unique about it, you have condominiums and you also have home sites.
Okay.
So these home sites, and both the home sites and the condominiums, have beautiful ocean views. Okay, so that's really unique in a development in Costa Rica. You get the best of both worlds.
Every single piece I saw was gorgeous architecture.
And that's
Love
the thing about it, because it's quite large development, which is amazing because they've used different styles from around the world in their choice of actual designing it.
Yeah.
And it's really built for indoor-outdoor living. Everything is accessible. And everything flows nicely, and it's just a great living experience. They've really designed it to live. You have that, and then you have these beautiful amenities. It's 5-star all the way. One of the original things that they've done is they created a beach club.
Okay.
So because you have these beautiful ocean views that are elevated, you also have access to a beach club, which is a beautiful thing. And it's not just a regular beach club. You have horseback riding, because there's stables there. You have these beautiful pools, and that's the thing. In Costa Rica, you can choose as much activity as you want, because it's really endless the amounts of things that you can do. And that's why I fell in love with the country, and so did so many Canadians. There's over 25,000 Canadians that currently live in Costa Rica, and that's just growing.
And is there anything you'd like to share about the floor plans or the pricing?
Because of our situation as being a Costa Rica Estates and our close relationship with the developer, we've been able to actually access pricing never before accessed. And actually, this is the first time that it's open to Canadians to invest. So we have pricing as low as $199,000 for this project, which is, it says something to us as being from Costa Rica Estates and helping so many Canadians invest in Costa Rica and actually move down there and live out their dreams in Costa Rica, and our great relationship with the development project. And this project's already pre-sold $70 million. Oh
my goodness.
So as one of the largest developments, and has already jump-started, and construction already started down in Costa Rica, it's a great investment opportunity, either for yourself or for an investment property. See, the beauty of it is people who are looking to invest or maybe not move down there right away, it's an easy rent for them.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's beautiful. The weather, like we said, the rainforest, the beach, and you have the beautiful architecture, and it really can be an income property as well. So you have the best of both worlds if you choose.
If you choose, and so you can stay and live as if you're in a resort, because everything that you might want is there, or you can. You have the choice to travel around Costa Rica and explore the culture. It's really up to you what you want. And
not only that, it's a 5-hour direct flight. So that's one of the main things about Costa Rica. It's this beautiful place, and it's easy to access, easy to get to.
We've all seen how everything's gone up and down with the U.S. housing market. So the real estate in Costa Rica.
I'd love to talk to that point. There's a lot of benefits to Costa Rica, and I think that people are starting to really appreciate that, and that's why Costa Rica, you hear it, it's kind of a buzzword these days, because there's a few things that make the Costa Rica real estate market so unique. Okay, first of all, you have a lot of pent-up demand in Costa Rica, and not that much supply, which is a great thing. We all know supply and demand does a great thing for prices.
Absolutely.
So you have that aspect for it too, and then also you have a nice diversification aspect. You know, a lot of people, you know, familiar with that word, you don't want too many eggs in one basket. So a lot of people in Toronto or in Canada, you know, they'll own their home and then they'll own a cottage or a second home very close by. So what happens is, you know, if there is a downturn in the market, they both get hit the same time. The real estate market in Costa Rica doesn't have anything to do with the real estate market in Canada. Because we're a Canadian company, we actually have 2 locations. One right next to the Four Seasons Hotel and one in Bloor West Village. We've actually partnered up with Royal LePage to give Canadians that, you know, extra comfort. When you invest in foreign real estate, the one thing is the comfort level. So we bring a track record of over 5 years and multiple projects, you know, millions of dollars worth of sales. And we've partnered up with Royal LePage, a name Canadians know. It really puts them at ease because we stand by all our properties that we do with our developments.
Yeah, and so Royal LePage can speak to Canadians in a language that they'll understand. Thank you so much, Sandro Sachs.
That was it
was a great talk through it.
Loved it.
So that was Sandro Sachs with Costa Rica Estates. He's the director of sales, and that was just so alluring and sexy. We have to let the audience see it with their own eyes. At CondoOutlet.com, we present Hacienda Matapalo.